So if you guys can have a look ahead of us. I know. So I'm feeling very, very lucky and excited today to have wild dogs on my first drive out here. As you all know by now, it's my favorite animal. The painted wolf. The Latin name for them is actually a direct translation to painted wolf. Licon, which is the Latin word for wolf, and pictus, the painted on. They have the most fantastic colouring. And as Tara was talking to you about following signals on the giraffe yesterday with the white ears, have a look there. The very white tails are very important following signals, especially for dogs because they do get split up while they're hunting very often. They are capable of incredible feats of speed and stamina. They are quite difficult to stay with, especially when they go off the road. And they are actually heading towards where we passed some impala earlier. So guys, if you do see me drive over a tree, we don't drive over any sort of protected species and things like that. We try, and a lot of these trees are encroaching on the burnt areas, but we always straddle them as well. So what that means is we will drive over it with the middle of the vehicle, and that enables the tree to be able to pop up afterwards, like this. Yeah, I see them, they're still ahead of us there. Try the front, watch the aerial. Oops, it is. Guys. Okay guys, we're going to try our best to keep up with them, but it is very difficult in this terrain. Morning, Marco from New Jersey. Marco would like to know how much range can a wild dog cover in terms of distance. Wild dogs can travel probably up to 20 kilometers if they want to in a day. They generally don't, but over a period of months or weeks they can travel that whole in about a month they can travel almost that whole 200,000 acre home range. They don't do it often, but they can. And sorry, I'm just trying to keep my eye on the one as the grass is getting long. Okay, we've still got one in front of us. And you'll see if they disappear, there should be impala. They're coming out to a nice open area where we did see some impala. So we might be in some luck. And you'll notice I won't switch off my car while we're with wild dogs, because they can literally go from 0 to 60 in no time, especially while they're moving like this. There's obviously a road there that I didn't know about. Wow, these animals are moving. Oh. So as you can see, probably one of the most challenging things with wild dogs is actually keeping up with them while they move through the bush. notice like that one. Oh, there they are up ahead. They're getting a bit further and look like they're speeding up as well. Okay. Let's try to get to the road. Watch out for the spider webs there. There's going to be a bit of a bump. We're going to go over a log here. Go. Tara coming. I just want to check with Tara that Gowrie Main, this is our boundary, we are allowed to drive it. Copy, thanks. So they're going to start going now. Well, thank goodness they look like they're going left. So you can see them playing up ahead in the vehicle, running around. As I said, they've got a very, very intricate social structure. So there's a lot of ceremonial greeting and chittering, and it's very important in terms of establishing the connections and the family bond between the other dogs. And that's what makes them can make them a very successful species, is establishing that family, that close family bond. Bloody things. Now, quite interesting, battaliers and hooded vultures will actually follow wild dogs because they are so successful at hunting. They know they're going to get some meat at the end of it. Yellowbill kites in this area do as well, and I'm pretty sure I saw one following the dogs now. I think also probably one of the other reasons I like them so much is they're hyperactive like me. So I don't know, you guys, you can see how many dogs are in this pack. I got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it's quite a nice sized pack. You can see there's some slightly smaller individuals, and that would have been this last year's babies. So they only breed once a year, and generally in about May, in May they'll start looking for the den. Oh, bugger. In May they'll start looking for their den size, and she'll generally have her pups in June, and then that is the only time where they're actually solidly in one area for an extended period of time. Sorry guys, you're going to hear my camera snapping away behind. Look, there's going to be, you're going to see there how the ears went flat, part of the greeting ceremony. You can see very important touching the faces, reaffirming the social bonds between the pack members. Look at the greeting going on there in the background. Oh, sorry, there's a vehicle in the way. Can we just go forward and we can just shoot down the road? Sorry. Murphy's Law. Let's go back. There we go. Actually, that's a bigger pack. You see there's more adults that have joined from the bush on the other side. So it's probably looking about 14 or 15 individuals in this pack. but I'm very, very happy anytime I see wild dogs. So Kruger used to have, the greater Kruger area used to have one of the largest breeding populations of wild dog till the early 90s. And what happened is there was a crash due to canine distemper brought in by domestic dogs from the villages on the edge of Kruger. So about 5 or 6 years ago, they were actually down to just about 100 animals in the Greater Kruger. But as far as I know now, from my very good friend who works for the Endangered Wildlife Trust and the Wild Dog Project, their numbers are closing back up to 200. So they've made a very good recovery in this area. So even though it's windy and overcast, we get to see the second most endangered canid in Africa. Good morning, Theodora. Theodora would like to know whether a painted dog is the same as a wild dog, and your answer to that, Theodora, is yes, they are the same. There's a few different names for them. There's African wild dog, African painted dog, and the original name from colonial times was actually the Cape hunting dog. So a pack of wild dogs this size will probably have to kill twice a day, generally, and wild dogs are quite an interesting word in their behavior. They are crepuscular. Can anyone out there tell me what crepuscular means? Sorry guys. So if you'd like to answer what crepuscular means, hashtag Safari Live or email at questions@wildearth.tv. So you see they're having a little rest now, which probably means they've been on the move since probably around 5 a.m. this morning. It doesn't look like they've been successful. Let me just have a closer look at their faces with my camera. Generally, if the wild dogs had been successful, we'd see remnants of blood and whatnot around their mouths. So it doesn't look like they've been successful. So there's a possibility, because it's cool today, that they might continue hunting. We're going to hope they're going to come back towards us. So unfortunately, if they carry on down that road, we're not going to be able to follow them. But generally, when it comes to where they move, the alpha pair have quite a lot of say about where they go. But the whole pack will scent mark, not just the alpha pair. So that one dog who was coming running back up the road was coming to smell a scent mark. And if you spend time with wild dogs, it's actually quite easy to work out who the alpha pair is. And generally, not always, the alpha pair will lead the hunts, but there are some cases where the alpha pair doesn't hunt. Oh, let's get one last picture before they disappear. And they're going to play as well now. Sorry, just stand by one. The game drive vehicle's talking a lot. I can't hear you. You getting that? You go forward. Just out of shot. Okay. See, there's that important playing I was talking about. See them touching, jumping. Such fascinating animals. Okay, Brian, go ahead. Well done, Susan, Georgie, Michelle, Valerie, Shannon, and Trent for getting the answer right. So crepuscular means animals that are most active at dusk and dawn. Oh, unfortunately they've gone off our Travis area, but we're incredibly lucky to have seen them this morning. Oh, I'm just hearing in that you guys are probably much smarter than me because everyone seems to be getting it right. Well done, everyone. Unfortunately, I think there's a few too many names for us to mention. Okay, so now having followed the wild dogs, I have absolutely no idea where I am, so I'm going to have to consult my map quickly. And okay, we were on Zebra Road. So we were around there. So I'm guessing, I might be incorrect, we are either on, yes, I'm just trying to say, are we at Junction Weaver's Nest or Shibamu? The entrance to Little Gowrie is on the other side of the road. Shabam Road. Okay. Thanks very much, Tara. We are on Shabam Road and we're going to be making our way back into Juma. We're right on the boundary now. Talking into the radio for no reason apparently. Oh, that's good. Okay guys, now that we've sort of got past the pandemonium of trying to keep up with the wild dogs, please send any questions you have about the wild dogs or any other questions you'd like to have answered. What we can do is try slowly make our way towards where those elephants were. Maybe we can get them in a more open area.